So, congratulations. We're at the offer page. This is what we've been waiting for. We're closing up our deal. And listen, I want to take a step back and really talk about the mindset through closing, because I know, at least for me, 12 years ago, when I started in the business, personally, I was petrified of this stage. To me, this is where I was thinking I was either going to make the sale or it was going to break the sale. And it was all or nothing, and it was do or die at this point. What I've come to realize, and some very valuable advice I was given, is that if you get to the offer page, the client is interested. And this is the advice I want to give you. Because naturally, you're going to start to get nervous. You're coming to the end. You've gone 90% of the way. And now this last 10% in your mind is where you're either going to make or break the deal. Just so you're on the same page and so we can speak more candidly and freely through this, if you get to the offer page and you did everything right up until this point, you have nothing to worry about. So my advice is for you to, when you do get to the offer page, keep in mind, we've gone through rapport, we went through the no-cost benefits, we went through the survey, we went through the IRTs, we went through the two most important things. There were so many opportunities. If the client wasn't interested, there were so many opportunities for them to politely say, thank you for your time, but we're all set. So again, if you get to this point, you get to the offer page, you're almost there. So at this point, all you gotta do, sit back, relax, take a deep breath, throw a smile on. Instead of getting nervous, instead of the sweat coming off your brow, really, guys, just embrace that, okay, we're almost there. There's only a couple of things that the client really at this point needs to think about. So if we break it down, closing is really very simple. Closing in this business comes down to three things. Does the client need it? Does the client want it? And can they afford it? If any time somebody says, I want to think about it, or I need to speak with my distant relative who used to sell insurance 30 years ago and they read an article online and they think they know what they're talking about, their goldfish died, so they need to hold off for a couple of weeks on this topic. Whatever the reasoning, or call it what it is, an excuse on why they can't do it today, it really boils down to three things. Do they need it? Do they want it? And can they afford it? So I know this at this point. 12 years later, again, I was petrified of having this conversation. I was petrified of closing because in general, I didn't want to be selling anybody anything. But what I come to realize is that this is a necessity for people to have. It's a product that everybody does want. And in fact, I'm not selling it to them. They're just buying it. I'm just showing them the different options that they have in order to purchase. So with that being said, we want to be confident with our closing. We want to be concise. We want to give just enough information for them to be able to make a yes or no decision today, but not too much where it confuses them. So as we dive into this chapter, we're going to go through the intricacies of how and why we do what we're doing as we're going through the closing.